Well, on Friday here on the promenade at what is the K Memorial Gardens, it's the place, of course, where the original plaque was put up to remember the people who had died in the Summerland fire. But here on Friday at 7:45 in the evening, Leader of the Council, David Christian, you're going to be unveiling this new memorial.
That's correct. Well, Her Worship the Mayor will be unveiling the memorial on Friday evening. We first put a memorial in here on the 25th anniversary, which was a basic stone, which actually gave the date of the actual incident 40 years ago now. We've decided now that we need something more substantial, and I think in the last 15 years times have changed. When we first put the one up 25 years ago, there was some people who felt they didn't want the names of the people who lost their lives in a memorial. Over the last 15 years things have changed. You're seeing more and more of these type of memorials now all around the country, and we believe now that it is time to do proper recognition of the people who tragically lost their lives 40 years ago. But this is also a memorial to remember those people who survived that terrible fire and have had to live with the consequences of that for the last 40 years.
And you went for this site, not actually at Summerland?
We did. We don't own the Summerland site. That transferred into government many years ago, and as people can see driving past, the site is actually up for sale at the moment, so nobody really knows what's going to happen with it. This is the nearest site to it. It's a quiet garden. It's on the edge of the promenade. People do come in here to sit, reflect, and we think now with a memorial, with all the names on and the ages of those people who tragically lost their lives, we think it'll be used even more, and people will sit, they'll look over towards the Summerland site and remember what happened. But also, I think it's going to be a quiet enough area where families, and in particular ones who are travelling over from the adjacent aisle, and a number of them have been in contact with us and they are coming on Friday, I hope that they will feel this is more fitting and will remember their loved ones more.
Now the service on Friday is quite long, I believe. There's going to be quite a lot happening, and a maroon's going to go up and that sort of thing, so very poignant.
It is, and it's meant for that reason. We've got quite a lot of invited guests coming along. Part of the road will be closed outside, so we do encourage the general public to come down as well. As well as Her Worship the Mayor, there will be the Lord Bishop, the Archdeacon will be doing most of the service. The names of the 50 people who lost their lives are going to be read out, and I think there'll be lots of people who will find that very moving and will have a lump in their throat.
And of course, it seems everyone's got a story to tell about that night. Either they were going or they were thought about going. I mean, I was one of those myself. What about you? Got a story? Do you remember it at all?
That's correct. Well, I was 8 at the time.
Oh, probably young.
Yeah, no, but to be honest with you, I can remember we used to go over to Summerland twice a week to do roller skating. An auntie of mine used to take me over, and I went away the weekend before the fire. I used to go down to my mother, who lived in Wiltshire at the time. Used to go there for a month during the summer holidays, and the first we knew about it was when I got woken up because there was a still shot on ITN News showing the fire, and of course my family were trying to ring through to the Isle of Man to find out, and of course all the phone lines were blocked and they couldn't get through. So I can still remember that to this day. Whenever I see that shot now when it's shown, I can remember that's what I was seeing that night, even at the age of 8.
Finally, do you think this will be something that people will have continually ceremonies on this day in 50, 100 and so on years' time?
How long it'll go on for, I don't know, because obviously as families start to disappear, you know, whether the memory carries on. But it's a fitting memorial. We've done it in a sensitive way. It is planted out all around the main memorial, the 3 stones themselves with the names on. So the Parks Department have done a fantastic job in doing that. But we've also left an area where people come and lay their own flowers at the foot of the memorial. It's been designed in 3 freestanding stones, so 2 stones will have all the names and ages on. The centre stone will just be a brief inscription of what took place, and of course it'll make it quite clear that we'll never ever forget those people who lost their lives, or the people who have suffered over the last 40 years living with the memories of that event.